right, we are on the last day of GITEX and today we are again at Freshworks booth. We have Venkat with us for a fresh conversation about his alliances, how GITEX has panned out for them in the Middle East and what they are expecting out of this entire interview. Thank you so much, Venkat, for joining in.
Good to meet you, Anjali.
I know it is going to be a busy day, still you have sneaked out a couple of minutes for us. Thank you so much for the same. You know, you have successfully led Freshworks expansion across the Middle East and Africa that demand agility, depth and cultural intelligence. I would like to understand what's your formula for scaling sustainably across such diverse economies?
So you made a right point that, the dynamic and agile market, So the Middle East and Africa has almost about 70 plus countries spread across in 2 different continents and having almost about 300 plus languages. And with that kind of dynamic market where we are operating for, it's been about touching 14 years and across Freshworks, and being in Middle East market, it's almost about 10 years for us. And we kept one secret in our mind, that is customer is the center point of all our products what we sell in this market. Be it our customer engaging tool, be it our IT engaging system, or be it our asset management, we always ensure customer is going to be the focal point for us. And that's a success mantra which made us to grow in this market exponentially well.
So you have made sure that you keep your customers happy, and you make sure that they get what they want, and accordingly you have panned this entire spectrum of creating more experiences in the Middle East region, right?
Absolutely right. See, if I look at our our tagline says, we are trying to uncomplicate every possible IT as well what our customers are going through, and at the end what we are tagging it is like just one line, like how can we create a wow factor to our customers.
Great.
We do not want just to have our customers to be satisfied. We want to create a wow factor in front of our customers, and so they can create this in front of their agents and their customers. That's what we are looking at.
Great. Freshworks stands out for making enterprise software uncomplicated, like the way you mentioned. Yeah. What is the hardest part about keeping simplicity at scale when you're dealing with multi-country enterprise clients?
Absolutely. So one of our key differentiator between ourselves and many of the competition existing in the market. The competition can be from the AI world or from any other ticketing solution for IT as well as customer engagement. So we keep 2 things in our mind. One is keep it simple and user friendly, and so the user interface comes out to be super good for the agents to utilize it. And the second part is like a low code system which can go live in about 90 days max for an enterprise customers.
Wow.
And that also ensures that you see the return on investment on the money what you invest. We do not want our enterprise customers to cut a check for every change request. We just want to be sure our commercials or our contracts are very plain and simple, where the customer understands clearly and they know what is it they are going to invest for the next 3 years or the 5 year. So we do not want our customers to cut a check for every request what they are raising.
Nice.
That's a key for us, and that makes us to be successful here.
Yeah. So in a way, creating solutions which are holistic, and you do not build them for every change that you make.
Absolutely. Absolutely right.
Great. Your portfolio combines sales, strategy, and alliances.
Absolutely.
3 areas that often have conflicting short-term goals. So I want to understand, how do you ensure they move in sync towards long-term growth?
See, when we come into this market about 10 years before, right, we hardly had about 1 or 2 customers, and we were predominantly operating from India. And if I look at it now, we have about more than 2,000 customers span across Middle East and Africa. And that talks about the long-term strategy or a vision what we brought in. On the other side, we want to grow in this market along with our channel partners and the distributors, and they play a key role here.
Yes.
Because they know the law of land. And one key term what we use with our predominant partners are like, they own the customers and we own the product and services.
Wow.
And that creates a good bonding between us and the partners. So with respect to the customer, of course, they are their contacts and they help them at the front level, and we help them with respect to the product and the customer services or the professional services what we provide. That makes us to be so successful in this market.
Great. So in a way, if I have to put it across, you work as if you are the extended set of employees for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we are looking at from our partners and the distributors in this market. We have an extended network here, and they are our front face along with our sales team, our GTM motion, and our GTM motion doesn't operate without a partner in this region, and that really helps us in terms of growing together along with our partners.
Nice. You have expanded business into tier 2 markets across the Middle East Asia, Middle Eastern region and Africa.
Right.
A move many global SaaS players hesitate to make. What signals do you look for before betting on an emerging territory?
So if I had to look at, we are not bifurcating our market presence within Middle East or within Africa. We are just want to give a kind of an effortless customer experience for our customers across the region.
Okay.
We do not bifurcate as a tier 1, tier 2 within this region. Wherever there is a customer, I mean, customers can be from different countries and different, I mean, using different platforms. What we want to have is like, we want to have our customers to have an effortless sales and customer experience. And that's where we are. And as you rightly mentioned, we are catered across tier 1 and tier 2 countries of Middle East and Africa. And if I had to call out in this Middle East and Africa region, more than 30 different countries where we have customers present across. I mean, it can be UAE or Saudi or Qatar or Egypt. And of course, until the southern of, I mean, South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, of course, we are present across almost in every possible tier 1 and tier countries. And our main focal point here is not about tiering the countries. It is about how can we create an effortless sales and customer experience for our customers. That's the motto here.
So do you slice and dice your offering based on the regions?
No, we do not slice and dice either on the base of the region or on the base of the vertical. We always go by what customers are looking at.
Okay.
If the customer wants to have a specific set of tools which can help them to manage their queries, of course we go with that. We do not bifurcate the product by means of region. We bifurcate our product or the requirements on the base of the customer's expectation.
Got it. With AI being woven deeper into every Freshworks product, how are you ensuring that automation enhances rather than replaces
Absolutely.
the human side of customer engagement?
Absolutely. So if I had to give a scenario, Anjan, in most of the cases, we misunderstand automation and artificial intelligence.
Yes.
That's where we are trying to be sure we give an AI experience and not an automation experience here by any means.
Yeah, they're vastly different.
Exactly. And if I go deeper into it, our job is to ensure the basic queries are getting deflected by using AI, or AI uses the repository or pull the articles and give it to the customers in terms of managing those tickets.
Correct.
The customer can be internal or external. You know, our recent survey from our existing customers says 46% of the queries are getting deflected by our AI.
Oh.
46%. And if I had to call out, I'm sure most of us would have seen in our life, we see more than 500,000 tickets are getting raised on a daily basis with just one subject. You know, the subject is forget password. You know, the reality is like, I do not want your human agent to work on a forget password ticket, resolving about 500k plus tickets globally. No, that's not the case. As an IT lead or a IT head, my job is to ensure my agents are working on relevant ticket where they can add value.
Correct.
And definitely not the forget password or VPN is not working.
Yeah.
And that's where our AI comes into picture, and the deflection ratio, which is proven, not the theoretical one, which is proven to our customer, is about 46%.
Yes. Not that these things are not important. It is just that you have better things and more important things to do.
Absolutely. We do not want your IT agents to deal with forget password, VPN is not working, when will my patch, whatever I added, will get delivered. No, we do not want the human agents to deal with that. We want the AI to deal with that. And we want your human agent to work with the customer closely and create a sentiment.
Yes.
And that's what we are looking at.
I mean, any place where the human touch is required,
Absolutely.
you want humans to be available rather than replacing them with AI.
Absolutely.
Noted. What kind of collaboration do you find most valuable at GITEX? Those with enterprise clients, ecosystem partners, or even competitors?
Absolutely. This is one of a forum where we meet different partners and different customers and IS vendors, and they all create value to the system and the market with just one tagline: how every one of us can work together and create a kind of a factor to a customer as well as to the vendors. And that is something what we love completely about GITEX. And this is not the first year for us. This is about our 7th year being in GITEX.
I know.
Thank you, Anjan, for doing.
Yeah.
And all the 7 years, if I look at, we have a different experience altogether. And it doesn't mean that we stay away from our competition, right? We want to learn our competition, and so it becomes easier for us to create a wow factor to our customers. And how can we uncomplicate the customer's expectation or the experience what they have with their current IT system? That is something what we can learn from such a tech-oriented program like GITEX.
Okay.
And this is one platform or one umbrella where we can meet thousands and 10,000s of customers and partners, and of course sharing the dias along with our competition.
Yes.
That's a good thing for us.
Great. And what are your views for GITEX moving into different countries? They're also going to exhibit in Singapore following up. So do we see a Freshworks booth in Singapore?
Yes, it will be fantastic to be part of GITEX globally. And we were part of Morocco GITEX earlier.
Wow.
We were in Marrakesh a couple of years before, and we experienced how GITEX grows globally.
Yes.
Like the way for global vendors like us, it comes out to be super critical for us to have our international presence across the globe, and we look forward to that.
Great.
We are so happy that GITEX is spreading across, just not in the Middle East and Africa, and moving across the globe.
Yes. So partnership often make or break growth in SaaS ecosystems. If the partners are right, you grow exponentially. What is your playbook for building alliances that go beyond sales targets?
Absolutely. See, most of the vendors or the international players want to look for a partner because they want to grow deep in the market. And we are one of them where we want to grow deeper into Middle East and African markets. As I called out, we have spread across about 69 different countries in these two continents, right? And we want to grow in all the 69 countries. And one of the key with respect to partners are we expecting the partners to do just the GTM purpose alone, or are we expecting the partners to grow along with us and along with our customer? And we take the second path. We want to grow along with our customers and partners, and we want to give a lot more importance for our partners to own the customer.
Yes.
And we own the product and the services. And that's the reason why we are making this market so well along with partners. Otherwise, as you rightly mentioned, the getting aligned with the partner is kind of a make or a break even for your product as well as within the region. And we are growing along with partners precisely because we ask them to own the customer, and we completely own the product and the professional service what we give it to our customer. That's the key here.
Exactly. How would you define Freshworks' next big leap? Something that captures where the company is heading in the Middle East and African region.
Absolutely. So this is one of a growing market for us, and we have invested in this market. We are on AWS here. It means like all the data are going to reside here, and we have spent pretty decent presence in this market in the last about 5 years. And having a data center here, what it also means like we want to go deeper into all the regulated verticals, which is government, banking, healthcare, and of course the ministries. These are the ones which are regulated verticals where you want the data to reside within the region, and this is where we come into picture.
Yes.
And having our data center here, having our presence in ministry, having our presence in all possible government sectors, and having our presence in banking, retail, e-commerce, and we want to exponentially use our data center presence here, and we want to grow along with these regulated verticals now. That's the key for us.
Great. Venkat, it was great interacting with you. How you have planned the entire existence of Freshworks, the last 5 years and the upcoming term, how you have planned. You guys want to remain compliant. You want to make sure that the customer experience is top notch. It was great interacting with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Good to meet you.
Likewise.
Good to meet you, Anjan, and look forward to meet you in the other GITEX as well. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Thank you. Good to see you.